See?
Hello, thank you for your participation in this research. I'm Lotus from City University. Nice to meet you. So the interview is about local and national identities, which means the sense of belonging to either the nation or local place of citizens in Hong Kong. It will take about 15 minutes. The following interview will be recorded for research purpose. So, firstly, may I ask you some question about your personal information?
Yes.
What's your name?
My name is Sun.
How are you?
I'm now 21 years old.
What's your occupation?
I'm now is a university student from CTU.
Okay, so how long you have been living in Hong Kong?
From I was born is over 20 years.
So, are both your parents Hong Kongese as well?
Yes.
Have you ever traveled to mainland?
Yes.
Okay. So now we are going to talk about some general differences between Chinese and Hong Kongese. So, what kind of character you think is unique in defining Hong Kongese from Chinese?
First of all, I think that it is important factors to define the difference between Hong Kongese and Chinese. That's the culture. Yes, we have different culture, such as, for example, in Hong Kong we have some common culture, such as we are likely to live in a fast speed. Yes. And in Chinese, maybe they are not really likely to live in a fast speed. And for Hong Kong people, we are always to chasing some better things. But for Chinese, they are just they will always think that it is okay. Yes, they can accept many bad things.
So, as you mentioned before, Hong Kong people are always strive for a better future.
Yes.
And then, but the Chinese, they are always okay with the situation.
Yes.
For now. Can you explain why there are such differences?
I think that it is important because we are accepting different education, and as we all know, Hong Kong is a colony of British before, so we have a different education. For example, we are likely to taught more Western. Yes, we are accepting some education from Western. So for example, we think more critically. Yes, because the Western education are more prefer to asking question and debating. In contrast, Chinese people are accepting some education like a brainwash. Yes, how the teacher talk to them, then they believe. Yes, they remember all the things that the teacher taught them. Yes.
So, can you give others more concrete example about why there are such differences apart from education system, for example, what about in political aspect?
Political aspects, because Hong Kong is not is an administration of China that we have a little bit democracy. Yes, a degree of democracy. So we can have more freedom to choose the information we accepted, such as we can surfing of internet, that the foreign internet, and we can contact more different information. Yes, around the world. But in contrast, Chinese are not as allowed. Chinese people are not allowed to contact some kinds of information in the internet.
Yes. So now we are going to talk about the reason behind your identification. How would you define yourself in terms of Chinese or Hong Kongese?
I would prefer to define myself as a Hong Kongese more than a Chinese.
So what's the degree of like how many percentage you think you are Hong Kongese, or like are you totally deny yourself from the identity of Chinese?
I think that maybe just 70% that I think I'm a Hong Kongese, because I still think that I still appreciate of the Chinese culture, and I am, yes, when, for example, when I was watching the Olympic Games, I'm proud of Chinese, yes, sometimes.
Okay. So why you would define yourself as a Hong Kongese?
This is because I think that there are a big difference between Hong Kongese and Chinese, and I think that I and the other Hong Kong people share common values and some common cultures, yeah. But in Chinese, I don't think so. Yes, I don't think that I have a shared values of with the Chinese people. So
can you explain more about the shared value or like the shared culture?
For example, in political aspects, Hong Kong people are more likely to fight for our democracy. Yes, because I believe it is the right that we should have. It is a basic right of human. However, in Chinese, they don't think that democracy is a must. It's a basic right. They are seldom to fight for this kind of things. Yes.
So why do you think like the Chinese seldom fight for democracy?
Because they are controlled by the Chinese Communist Party.
In what
means? They are just in what means?
Like in what ways they are controlled by the government?
I see. For example, in education, yes, they are controlled by Chinese Communist Party. Also, they don't have the right to speak freely. Yes, sometimes they just speak some things that's about democracy, then the government will delete it in the internet. So, yes.
Yeah. So now, what personal experience you have leading to such identification?
Experience, you mean that as a Hong Kongese, what things?
Yeah, like what personal experience you have in the past, like help you shape your identity as a Hong Kongese instead of Chinese?
In the past years, I have participated in some Hong Kong affairs. As you just take the Umbrella Revolution as an example, I just participate in it. And also I find that, yes, we are fighting, the Hong Kongese and me are fighting for our future. Yes, we are fighting for the same things for our son, our daughter. Yes.
Yeah. So like, why would you participate in the movement that you mentioned?
This is because I think it is, as I said it before, that I think that democracy is our basic right for humans, and Hong Kong is our democratic place compared with China, and I think that freedom is very important, and I'm enjoy with freedom, and I hope that my son and my future daughter can enjoy in such right, and yes.
So why such identity is so important to you? Like being Hong Kongese, why is so important to you?
I think that being a Hong Kongese, because Hong Kong is, I'm born in Hong Kong, and the sense of belonging, yes, make me feel that Hong Kong is my home. So I'm very I love this place, so I think that this identity is important for me. Yes,
Okay.
and I'm proud of it.
So why would you proud of being a
Mm.
Hong Kongese? Like what is unique in Hong Kong make you so proud of this identity?
I think that Hong Kong is a great place that have. It is an international city that we can contact different people from different countries, and it is a well developed city as well, and we have also have some rights. Yes, it's a democratic places, so I think the quality of people is also better than Chinese. Yes,
Yeah.
because of our education or other factors. Yes.
So we are going on to the next section. Like, would you consider Hong Kongese is better than Chinese? Why?
I think it is. This is because, yes, as I said before as well, Hong Kongese is accepting a different education compared with Chinese, and also this kind of education makes me feel different. Yes, and for example, when we are waiting for a bus, then Hong Kongese will line up one by one. But in Chinese, yes, I have a personal experience. They don't line up,
Yeah.
and they when the bus comes, they will just run and just try their best to get on the car, and they don't think that the people wait before. Yes.
Yeah. So like, with the economic takeoff of China, how would it affect you in your self-identification?
I know that the economic growth of China is good. Yeah, it's high. However, I don't think that it is affecting my identification because it is none of my business. Yes.
Okay. So, what would you identify yourself in terms of Chinese or Hong Kongese in foreign country?
I will still identify myself as a Hong Kongese in a foreign country, and I'm proud of that. Yes, when I meet new friends from foreign country, yes, I will still introducing myself as a Hong Kongese.
So, like, would you identify yourself as Chinese in mainland?
No, yes, I'm still proud of my identification of Hong Kongese because when I traveled in Chinese, yes, they think that the Chinese people also think that Hong Kong people is different. That just like they are better than Chinese. Yeah, they speak English, and they are freedom to speak everything, and yes.
So, how would the changing of occasions affect your identification?
Excuse me, can you repeat the question again?
Sure, like, would you think the changing of occasions will affect your self-identification? And why? Like, for example, you will identify yourself as Hong Kongese in foreign country and in mainland as well. But do you think like the changing of occasion or different places would make you like identify yourself differently?
What means is the occasion?
Like in different places, for example, would you like more willing to identify yourself as Chinese in mainland or in other occasion? For example, you mentioned before, like while the Beijing Olympics, you feel proud because like you're part of like being like Chinese.
Yeah.
Is making you feel proud, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see your question, and I think that it will not change any occasions. Will not change my identification. Yes, because I think that yes, you mentioned the Olympic Games. Yes, I feel proud of Chinese, but I still identify myself as a Hong Kongese. Yes.
Okay, So, okay, here comes to the end of the interview. Please feel free to ask me any questions about the research. Do you have any?
No, thank you.
Okay, if no, thank you for your precious time and the valuable information you provided to the research.
Thank you.
Thank you.